All relationships are mirrors to what we believe we deserve, the patterns that we have, the wounds that we have. Relationships are mirrors, which is a gift if you choose to dare to be brave enough to excavate what that means and what it's supposed to be teaching you. I want to start by saying that this is not to victim blame. This is not to blame you for the actions of others. This video is to highlight how our beliefs influence and impact our relationship dynamics. People are accountable for their actions, but the mirror is a gift to see what we believe about ourselves, how we believe we should be treated, and how we can recognize our worth and what wounds are still at play. What you believe about yourself, what you believe about others will be what you experience on a spiritual level, but also on a psychological level. Confirmation bias is real. What you believe about men, what you believe about women, what you believe about certain races, what you believe about certain roles, you will consciously and subconsciously confirm for yourself. So if you believe all men ain't blank, or you believe that women are this, or you believe that managers are like this, or corporate America is like this, whatever you believe, even though it might be super valid based on your experiences, you're going to confirm with yourself. I empower you to really sit with yourself and ask, is this really true? And do I want it to be true? Do I want this belief to be true for me? Because I promise you, there are people that love their job. There are people that love their manager. There are people in happy, healthy relationships where they feel like their soul and their heart are not only being nurtured, but they're being expanded. And so when you are not experiencing those things, again, it's not to blame you, but it is a mere reflecting to you what you may or may not believe you deserve, what you may or may not believe you're worthy of, what you may or may not believe that is out there in the world for you to experience. So the question is not why is this happening to you, but what is the soul lesson to be learned? What is this relationship mirroring back to me? Back in the day, I used to be in just very controlling relationships. And when I look back at it, the men in my life wanted to control me because they were very, very insecure people. And that was mirroring to me the insecurities that I had within myself. When you are a super secure, confident, embodied person, you're not attracted to someone that is super jealous or super controlling. You're like, ooh, why are you doing that? But when you are insecure, when you are like have wounds that are playing out, you'll be like, okay, well, at least he cares, or okay, well, at least, And so when you are in a relationship dynamic that does not serve you, that doesn't lighten you, that doesn't fill you, instead of blaming the other person, it's really a call to look within of why am I entertaining this? Why am I engaging in this? Why am I entangling in this? Why? If I'm not contractually bound to this person, yes, I'm attached, but more deeper than that, why am I here? What is this teaching me? What wound is this? How is this reflecting how I feel about myself? Because at its core, relationships are either showing you your wounds or they're showing you your worth. More times than not, it's both. It's not like give or take, but it's really highlighting that for you. And in my earlier relationships, my wounds were playing out. But the more I poured into myself, the more I loved myself, the more I honored and respected and cherished myself, the less I experienced and the less I attracted people that were controlling or wanted that dynamic. I got presented more and more secure people because I became more and more secure within myself. And that's not to say I don't attract people that I'm like, oh, you got to go. But I don't like, I'm quick with it. People come, right? I'm a light, so moths come. But more than that, I'm able to discern that more quickly, and I'm able to walk away more quickly when something is not serving me. So this video is really a call to, what do you believe about certain roles and relationships, about certain people in your life, about certain identities in general, and really, do they serve you? Because it's really easy to blame other people for your experiences, but it's always a mirror. If you have a fundamental belief that all men cheat, or all people do this, or managers are like this, you will only confirm that for yourself. And when you are presented with the opposite, you'll be like, ooh, and you'll just be hyper vigilant, and you won't even be able to bask in the beauty that that relationship is trying to teach you. Everything is the soul calling you for evolution and evolvement. And you are meant to, I promise you, you're meant to experience joy. You're meant to experience love. You're meant to experience light. If that makes you, like, if you have any resistance to that, look at child photos of you. Look at you when you were a baby and say, he deserves the best. Look, you had like the most simple things, right? A toy, or the most simple joys in your life came from things that you didn't have to yearn for. You just experienced life and enjoyed it. And that can still reign true. It's just a homecoming back to yourself of what you fundamentally deserve, which is joy, which is peace, which is light, which is freedom. You deserve those things. But this video is a call to you. Nothing outside of yourself can make you feel full, can make you feel filled. Only you can do that. And it's based on what you believe you deserve, what how much worth you feel like you have in this life. And again, you're worthy just because you exist, but it's up to you to believe that. It's up to you to do the work to believe that. This is my favorite book of all time. And in this book, she says, the only way to change others is to change ourselves first. Change your patterns. And you will find that the other people in your life will either change as well, or they will naturally dissolve. Blaming other people in the relationship dynamic is useless. It gives your power away. Keep your power. Without your power, you cannot change. The helpless victim cannot see a way out. And so this is a call to look within. When someone is doing something that you do not enjoy, or it's stressing you out, it is a call to go within. The more I loved myself, the more I tended to the garden of my heart, the less I cared about other people's gardens or what other people were doing. When you really sit with yourself and tend to the garden of you, taking out the weeds, nurturing yourself, nurturing your body, and really just doing that labor of love, fruits will come from that. And then you will be able to revel and savor the fruits of how you've been treating yourself. And the better that will be mirrored back to you. I unlocked the most beautiful, romantic, potent relationships when I started to honor and respect myself. And that's not to say snakes didn't come into my garden, but I lovingly plucked them out. And when old wounds present themselves, because they do, I recognize it. I pull out the weed. I say, thank you for coming. Thank you for teaching me. I no longer need you. And I give it back. And so I say that all to say, when you really, really love yourself and the garden that you've created for yourself, not only will it be mirrored back to you, but more importantly, you will be less stressed about who is entering and exiting your garden, what they're doing, and why they're not going to your garden at the speed that you would like. You are sitting and basking in your fruits and your sunshine and the waterfall that you put in and the pond and the fishes. You're so immersed in your own life experience that you are not searching for other people. You are not numbing yourself because you're upset about an experience. You are not chasing other people because you like your garden. You like yourself. So, really, yes, relationships are mirrors. And the answer is always, always you. Always. If you liked this video, if it resonated with you, if you're like, oh Lord, know that I've been there. Know that the more you pour into yourself, the more it will be mirrored back to you. The better you treat yourself, the better other people will treat you, and the less you will tolerate when people are not treating you well. And so if you liked this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe. And I will be back with more videos on how to really, truly love yourself so that you can experience the fruits of life and be able to savor it in a nourishing way. Thank you. Bye.